We are presenting the method of selection and installation of high-quality granite sinks by Primagran. We have divided the work into 5 steps: buying a proper sink and preparation, cutting a hole in the countertop, installation of the tap fittings and overflow, installation of the sink in the countertop, installation of trap and water connection. Let's start with selecting the right sink. Are you wondering how to choose a sink? Primagran granite sinks are made by combining the highest quality mineral aggregates and high quality resins. They are recognized for their elegance, durability and resistance to high temperatures and come with a 35-year warranty. Thanks to a wide range of models and colors, you can easily find a sink that meets all your expectations. Primagran sinks can be divided into single compartment, 1.5 compartment with an auxiliary compartment, double compartment and corner. They may also have a drip tray, which is a great solution as a shelf for drying dishes. All Primagran sinks can be set up alternately on either the left and the right. Make sure you make all the necessary measurements before the purchase so that the compartments together with drain and tap fittings fall out inside the cabinet. In this way you will avoid problems with the sink overlapping onto adjacent cabinets. Granite sinks Primagran have 2 standard openings and 1 for the dispenser knob or pop-up stopper. The dispenser allows convenient dosing of liquid dishwashing detergent. The automatic trap has a lock for closing and opening the drain. You can connect the dishwasher or washing machine to all types of R-traps. Primagran also offers a wide range of tap fittings so you can find the perfect match for your sink. Congratulations! You've made the right choice. Now let's proceed to the installation of the Primagran granite sink. Check the package contents. Sink. Template. Installation instructions. Automatic or plain trap. Plus tap fittings, dispenser or other items you ordered. Now complete all the necessary tools. You will need a jigsaw, drill with a 10mm drill diameter, a saw to shorten the pipes in the trap, a coin, a hammer, some nails and slats, a wrench, plumbing colourless silicone together with the silicone gun, a cloth, white spirit, adhesive tape, scoop, black marker pen and scissors, sandpaper, vacuum cleaner, safety goggles. Cutting a hole in the countertop. When cutting and sawing, it is easy to contaminate valves and drain, so make sure you secure them beforehand. Now unfold the template and find the scheme of the sink you have chosen. Next, highlight the appropriate line with the marker pen so that you don't make a mistake when cutting the opening. Cut out the template with an approximately 3 cm margin and place it on the countertop in the place where your sink is to be installed. Mark the inner edges of the cabinet with the tape on the countertop. Check that the sink is correctly aligned with the walls of the cabinet. Now, with adhesive tape, attach the template to the countertop. Remember that in the case of the sink with a drainer, the contour may be greater than the width of the cabinet. The best solution is to remove the countertop from the cabinets while cutting the opening. Wear safety goggles. Drill 4 holes in the inner corners of the contour. Then use the jigsaw to make a precise incision along the longer edges. To the cut portion of the countertop, hammer the slats so as to protect it from uncontrolled detachment and damage. Finish cutting the opening. Remove the redundant section of the countertop. Check if the sink fits into the opening. Mark the place on the countertop where the tap fitting is to be installed. You will find this information useful during the installation of the tap. Remove the sink. Wipe the edges of the countertop thoroughly inside the hole with sandpaper. Clean the countertop and sink thoroughly with a vacuum cleaner. Installation of the tap fittings and overflow. Before placing the sink in the countertop permanently, install the tap fitting and the overflow. Thanks to this, you will avoid having to reach places hard to access later on. First, make sure the supply tube nuts fit the valves. These are usually 3/8-inch threads. You should also check if the length of the tubes is sufficient. If not, buy the appropriate tubes. Screw the supply tubes to the tap fitting. Install the screws and gaskets. Pass the tubes through the opening in the sink. Tighten the tap fitting. Make sure you do it sensitively so as not to damage the sink. Install the overflow pipe together with the supply tube and tighten it from the side of the compartment. Installation of the sink in the countertop. Once the tap fitting and overflow are installed, you can mount the sink permanently in the countertop. First, apply a thin layer of colourless silicone on the inner edges of the opening and spread it evenly. Do it with precision. In this way, you will secure the countertop from moisture. Then apply the silicone on the edges of the sink from the bottom. Hold the sink firmly by the drain and secure it in the countertop. Push the sink down and remove the excess silicone. Remember, fresh silicone residues and stains can be easily wiped off with a cloth dampened with white spirit. Wait about 30 minutes. Installation of trap and water connection. Connect the tap supply tubes with the valves of hot and cold water. Remember not to over-tighten the nuts, as this can lead to leakage of the gaskets. Now let's finish assembling the trap. Start by checking the trap elements. Lower outflows. In the case of automatic trap, there is a trigger attached on a line that raises and lowers the pop-up stopper. Pipes, nuts, gaskets. Install the drain with the pop-up stopper in the larger compartment. Place the gasket under the steel strainer. Tighten it with a coin firmly from the top of the sink. Similarly, install the second drain in the lower compartment. Now install the pop-up stopper lock for closing or opening the strainer basket. Attach the line of the pop-up stopper lock in the lock and install the lock in the countertop. Make sure the screw in the strainer is set at the right height so that the stopper goes up and down at turning the lock. If instead of an automatic trap you bought a dishwasher liquid dispenser, set it up instead of the lock. For used holes, we enclose an elegant chrome cap. Connect the overflow pipe with the drain. Remember that in every household, drain pipes are in a different place. That's why at first make a trial assembly of the trap piping. As for unthreaded pipes, place the nuts and sealing cones directed with their wider edge towards the nut. Join with a threaded pipe. Install small gaskets in the remaining nuts. In the 1.5 compartment sink, the drains are mounted at different heights. We can adjust the height by proper orientation of the T and the right twisting of the pipes joining the smaller compartment drain. Properly assembled trap should look like this. Make sure you have installed all gaskets and all the nuts are in the right places. Now try the assembled piping onto the sink and the drain. You will now be able to see which elements need to be shortened to fit the distance between the drains and the waste pipe. Make sure the P-trap is closed to the wall and doesn't block the space for a waste bin. Having measured the right length of the pipes, cut them with the saw at the end on which you will place the nut with the sealing cone. It is important not to shorten the pipes too much. Always keep a reserve for some adjustment and embedding the pipe in the next component. Join the compatible components and attach them to the drains and the waste pipe fairly tightly. Check the tightness of the other components. Now you can unscrew the hot and cold water valves. Lock the pop-up stopper and fill the sink with water to check the leak tightness of the overflow. Now drain the water and check the leak tightness of all the components, tap supply tubes and trap piping. Fill the sink up with water again. The weight of the water will push the sink down to the countertop. Wait for an hour until the silicone dries up. Congratulations! Your Primagran sink is ready for use. Primagran granite sinks is the highest quality for the best price.